Another win for actually a win for pretty much everybody. They just keep coming. This Democrat Michigan legislator that said that she underwent sterilization to avoid pregnancy during a Trump presidency. Do it. I mean, thank you for eliminating yourself from the gene pool. The less freaks like you, the better. Sean Carney, CEO, president of 40 Days for Life, and Virginia Allen, the Daily Signal senior news producer and podcast host. I'm looking at this, Virginia, and I'm like, fine.
This is wild, right? I mean, this is just the left, the epitome of the far radical left. I mean, let's just kind of say it like it is, right? This Democrat representative essentially is saying that she is so frightened that the Trump administration will be a voice for life, will be a voice for the unborn, that she would rather sterilize herself than carry a pregnancy to term. I mean, this is a society of people that has essentially bowed down to the god of convenience, that has forgotten all truth. This is the epitome of cultural rot to say, I would rather end the life of my child and really abandon being a voice for the most vulnerable. I mean, at 6 weeks, a baby has a heartbeat, but they don't have a voice, so they're going to end their life.
Right,
just
but also,
absolutely tragic.
Like, this is probably the person you don't want having kids anyway, because imagine how she would raise her kids anyway. But speaking of Michigan Democrats, Sean, the Democrat Party in Michigan calls for hanging Trump supporters by the neck until this is one person from there who they're just trying to make Donald Trump king, is what they're saying. I mean, like, this is Leeuwen County Democrat Party Chairman Bill Swift made these posts on Facebook. It wasn't like in a vacuum. Like, this is the problem.
Yeah, Carl, this is not normal behavior.
That's an understatement.
To get sterilized over politics, to say that you want to hang Trump supporters, he added until they're dead. Thank you for that clarity. We thought you were just going to kind of torture them and let them live. It's not normal behavior. This goes into the theme, I think, that the left has had the last 6 months, which is say freakish, outlandish crap to get attention and make people agree with you. And it didn't work. It didn't work in the election. They did abortions at the DNC, for crying out loud. They have just gotten more sensational and freakish, and nobody's responding in any way that they want.
No, it's really. Listen to this, what MSNBC host Chris Hayes had to say on Bill Maher's show about transitioning your kids.
If some father and mother have health care for their kid lined up who's trans, just stay the out of their business. Let them make that decision. That's their decision to make. And you don't have to make that for your family. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your family.
But the argument is whether the child should make the decision.
But the child is never making the decision. The parents are always making the decision. Parents consent to medical care.
Well, here in California, you're allowed to hide it from the parents if the kid is.
Yes.
Thank you, one person who knows that.
But I mean,
somebody knows that is the case.
I think in the vast majority, and we've been hearing from parents right now whose kids' medical care has been interrupted.
This guy is mental, Virginia. I mean, you can't get a tattoo. Like, look, if you want kids making their own decision about their bodies, let's let 10-year-olds own guns, too, huh? What does he think about that?
And MSNBC wonders why their ratings are so bad. This is just ludicrous. And, I mean, you think about the 2024 election, the radical left has learned nothing. I can tell you right now, if they keep up this drumbeat, I can tell you which party is going to be in the White House 4 years from now.
Yeah. Sean, I'm a parent, okay? If, one, the teachers withheld something about my children wanting to transition or didn't tell me, like, first off, that's a mental illness, and I think it should be addressed, not encouraged. But you're having too many people, time and time again, send this home as, like, kids should be able to transition. You have, like, irreversible surgeries. You cut things off. You sew things on. You're on medication and hormones for the rest of your life. And we're supposed to think that that's normal and good?
Yeah, and what the transgender movement has revealed that I don't think we really knew 4 or 5 years ago is how much they hate women with the girl sports issue and how much they hate children. They are actively promoting child abuse. This is insanity. Absolutely obscene what that nut's saying. And it's an attack on women. This is often led by dudes, and it's a big problem. But I think we've reached the mountaintop. I think they are losing a lot of credibility. I think that the election reflects that. And I think that with people like this guy as the spokesperson, There's just no pro-transgender for normal people.
Right.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, like you want to dress up or do whatever you want to do or pretend. Just don't force everybody to pretend with you, because that's when it gets weird. All right, so this is actually why I hate most of Europe, and you're all familiar with commissioning a ship, obviously. Virginia, you know, you take the bottle of champagne, you swing it, or you break it on the bow of a boat. Okay, so well, in Europe, apparently that's too dangerous. So they force people to use this dumb contraption that you see them playing with right now. They've apparently banned meat to such an extent that this guy can't even break it with a machine that's designed to break it.
Oh my gosh, this video should be in every U.S. civics class across America to demonstrate why we need less government, less bureaucracy. Let's make it more complicated and more expensive, essentially, is what big government does. I mean, of course, I'm sure it was in the name of keeping it safer, all of that. But I mean, put on a workman's glove and break the bottle. This is government bureaucracy at its absolute best.
Yeah, Sean, real quick, last word to you on this.
It's just stupid. Yeah, God bless America. That's my response.
Yes, this is just absolute Europe at its best. That's why they call soccer football. Anyway, Sean Carney, Virginia Allen, always a pleasure.
Thanks
All
so
right,
much.
Thank you.